Victims of sex abuse by priests and bishops still face disturbing retaliation from Catholic Church leaders. The Vatican Commission said this Thursday it's a sort of retaliation for speaking out despite years of efforts to tackle the global scourge. In its second annual report, the Pontifical Commission for the Protection of Minors set out how local Catholic churches can better help survivors, highlighting cultural resistance that hinders action in many countries. Our correspondent in Rome, Seema Gupta, joins us now live. Seema, good evening to you. How wide-ranging is this report, and has Pope Leo reacted?
Well, the report, this is a really tough report coming from the Vatican's own Child Protection Commission, and it includes contributions from some 40 abuse survivors from around the world, as well as looking at the detailed procedures that are carried out in close to 20 countries. Now, what we know so far is that it has criticized church leaders, saying that they have been too slow to help the victims, that they lack the sensibility on the issue, that there was often denial and dismissal from church authorities when these abuse cases were reported. And as you mentioned, disturbing accounts of retaliation after the abuse was reported. One such account talked about a family being told that they would be excommunicated if they went ahead with making that report. And often these reports were ignored. In some cases, the survivors were shamed, blamed, and stigmatized, which only just re-traumatized them after the abuse had taken place. So really very tough criticisms coming from within the Vatican. And some of the suggestions they made, including the fact that the church should offer some form of reparations, and that includes psychological and financial support, and to listen sensitively to the survivors and offer public and private apologies, and how important it was to explain and communicate publicly what happens to bishops when there are cases of abuse reported. So really tough action. For the moment, we haven't heard anything from Pope Leo on this issue, but we do know that he has met members of the commission several times and even appointed the president of the commission, a French archbishop, back in July. So he really seems to be involved in the issue, and victims groups have welcomed this report, and they say it should be a wake-up call to the Pope.
What about the situation in Italy, Seema? Tell us about that.
Yes, the Commission was really quite sharp in terms of commenting on the situation here in Italy. Italy, of course, close to the Vatican. And they said that there was a substantial cultural resistance, that's how they rephrased it, in Italy to address the issue of abuse. They're simply very slow to react on it. In fact, one comment they made quite critical of the bishops, saying that only 81 of the over 200 dioceses here in Italy responded to their questionnaire asking about safeguarding practices. So really a lack of response from the Italian diocese, not very much appreciated by this commission that is trying to deal with this issue. And they also commented on several other countries around the world, saying that there was cultural resistance, for instance, and taboos in dealing with the issue of abuse in countries such as Ethiopia, Mozambique, and Guinea. So really looking at a variety of countries, but really coming out and being critical about this issue. So clearly, as I mentioned, those survivors groups and rights groups saying and hoping that this will be a wake-up call in the issue of sexual abuse of children at the hands of the clergy, of course, is something that has rocked the church for decades now. They've been dealing with this issue of abuse and cover-ups for a long time, and clearly not enough is being done and not fast enough.
Seema Gupta in Rome, as always. Thank you very much.